No song. Just watch this in your book. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. Against terror. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. They are studying abroad. We are suffering here. They will not look towards our side. Double challenge, another challenge, freedom comes by struggle, freedom comes freedom comes forever. We shall always fight for our rights. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. Solidarity by struggle. Freedom come by struggle. Freedom come. Freedom cometh by struggle. Freedom come by struggle. Freedom come.
Ori, oya ma record lọ. Adimi kí ló happen? Mo bọ̀.
The insecurity and all other things that are happening in the country.
All right. Good morning, everyone.
Your name, please.
My name is Kennedy Tabuko. I'm a civil society person. That the security situation in Nigeria has taken a new dimension. We are no longer talking about banditry or Boko Haram. Those are old news. But we have seen the trajectory of what is happening now. Mass kidnapping and abduction of soft targets. It clearly shows that those behind this activity are beginning to pass a message. And that message is that we have the capacity to do what we are doing and nothing will happen. So we are urging the federal government, Nigerians as people, all political parties, to come together and realize that we are facing a common enemy. We must put our hands together and keep aside our sentiments to say that we are being threatened as a country. We may have the capacity to deal with certain issues, but this is affecting everybody. We are beginning to see the spread. Before now, Southwest could not imagine that they will be attacked, and they are beginning to spread to Southwest. And they came with a very massive statement, abducting that mass number of children. And up till now, we are finding it difficult to rescue them. Please, Nigerians, let us put, this is not President Tinubu's problem alone. Federal government responsibility is to protect life and property. But we must equally join everybody to see that we salvage this situation. If not, it will consume everybody. Thank God that as we are talking today, the National Assembly is debating and trying to pass the state police law. That is a step in the right direction. All state governors who are collecting security votes cannot exonerate themselves to say that they are not chief security officers themselves. They should equally go within themselves and think outside the box and see how they can encourage civil defense within our community in Nigeria. Nigeria is under attack, and we must act fast to salvage this situation before it consumes everybody. Thank you very much. My name is Kennedy.
Rehabilitation. There was Boko Haram before the rehabilitation. Now that aspect should be discouraged. I see no reason why that should be encouraged. But Army has severally denied that. I don't speak for them. But I think reintegrating the repeated Boko Haram into the uniform is also frustrating. It's not in our culture, and they will speak against that. The victims are not happy, and it's encouraging more recruitment into insecurity. But that doesn't mean we should all fold our hand. We speak against it, and we call on the government to do more on it.
Solidarity. What come again? They are not ready.
My name is Usman Okai Austin, co-convener, #United Against Terror. To build up to what the fellow comrades and the senior comrades have said earlier, we must all unite against insecurity, where we create an environment that bandits, kidnapping, Boko Haram is unconscious. You elected and non-elected officials trying to take advantage of their security operatives, those who died in service, those who sustained injury, and those who with them both in spirit and prayers. Our struggle is also with you. We call on Nigerians of all walks of life, from the north to east, west to the south, PDP. We must all be seen speaking out against the evil that is out to divide, against the evil that is out to divide us. We must not be paralyzed, divided along the tribal line because of insecurity. We must not be divided along the religion line because of insecurity. In all we do, we should acknowledge the effort of the government, we should acknowledge the effort of the government, and at the same time form against Boko Haram, kidnapping, and banditry. Abduction of the school children as a part of weapon against Nigeria's sovereignty should all be condemned. In doing so, we shall have a safe Nigeria again. Thank you.
The concept is simple. My name is Comrade Isa Abubakar, co-convener of this coalition. It is important to note that insecurity have no tribe, that insecurity have no region, that insecurity have no religion. Just like as the first speaker have spoken, our country has been overtaken by insecurity. And the only way out is by we uniting across party lines. Just anything you believe, religion, to fight insecurity. To fight insecurity is a business of all of us. Mr. President, we should also as well unite with former head of state that are still alive, former chief of service staff that are still alive, former IG of police that are still alive, former governors that have experienced insecurity in their state that are still alive, to find a way of getting us a lasting solution to insecurity. Mr. President, have our 100 support in as much as is a fight against insecurity in Nigeria, irrespective of political party. And I believe leaders of other political parties will give Mr. President 100% cooperation to fight insecurity in our land. Thank you very much.
One of the Igwe Ude Manta of the Empowerment for Unemployed Youth Initiative. I'm also a member of this coalition against. As my name is groups. When we started this rally 2 days ago, let it be clear that the message is the same: unity against terror. The views may be different, but we want to say that the central message is that Nigerian people must be united against terror. In this unity, it means therefore that all political parties, whether the one in position or that of opposition, must be united against insecurity in their actions, in their words. It also means that the North and South must be united against insecurity. It also means that all religions and ethnicities must be united against insecurity. The problem we have, it is the attempt to politicize insecurity, to tribalize insecurity, to regionalize insecurity. And once we are divided, the perpetrators of this insecurity are the better for it. And it is important that we continue to put this conversation in the consciousness of Nigerians and in the consciousness of those in the corridors of power, including those who have high stakes in opposition, to know that as we go about our business, we must know that at this moment we have one challenge, we have one enemy, and the enemy is insecurity and those who do merchandise in it. And so the conversations at times, it becomes worrisome when you begin to hear, for instance, that it is opposition that is causing insecurity, or is solutions. Every day you wake up and you hear that people have been kidnapped, you are wondering who is next. And it is important we solve this position, because those who are moving as VIPs today, tomorrow they may not have policemen attached to them. If we do not go for anybody, there is no escape for anybody. So it means that everybody must know that whether you are protected today, whether you are living in the satellite town and out of the places where they can be sidelined and insecure. So it is good, and we thank God that since we started this thing, the media has been up and doing, because you can't do this without the media education. Please, it is important that we advance this conversation and counter the narrative that divide us.
From the government point of view, what are we here to do today of insecurity? The government's engagement vis-a-vis the civil society voice on ensuring that insecurity is brought to the barest minimum. Nobody should tell us that it is impossible. The possibility is high. We are seeing countries that rose from the highest form of insecurity and have reduced it to zero. We are seeing countries that have kept security to the barest minimum. Why is Nigerian case exceptional? Most especially that security have received attention in terms of funding from our government over time. Yet, with the increasing budget on insecurity, we are still witnessing increase in insecurity. It is fundamental at this point that will bring to the notice of our executives, our legislature, the judiciary, to combine effort in ensuring that insecurity is brought to an end in Nigeria. As I'm talking to you, in my own village, Oganenigu in Kogi State, people cannot go to farm anymore. As I'm talking to you, in other villages, in various states of Nigeria, insecurity is holding sway. what is the essence of democracy if the major tenets of our constitution is not upheld, which is the security of life and property? And we call on government at this point to engage both kinetic and non-kinetic means. If the kinetic is not working, let the non-kinetic effort be engaged to ensure that Nigerians are kept in safe and sound position to be able to become productive and inject towards a backward integration of what is enjoyed from the peace to the development of our economy. We cannot continue every day to spend on insecurity when a large mass of our youth remain unemployed. We cannot continue to spend on insecurity when our roads are bad. We cannot continue to spend homogeneously on insecurity when there is no food for the common man on the street. Like I have earlier mentioned before, former President Jonathan attempted to use mercenaries to bring down insecurity in the Northeast. And there was a great success achieved in that attempt. Yet, we are here. We cannot boast of an improvement. Rather, our improvements are based on paper and information that we get from the news. But the physical improvement on insecurity in Nigeria is far-fetched. It is on this note that we call on the President, we call on the Senate President and various representatives from our communities who are supposed to be our voice in the National Assembly to please help Nigerians to be able to live a better life than we are living now. The major problem Nigeria has is not poverty for now. The major problem is insecurity. If insecurity is brought down, poverty will come to an end within a short period. If insecurity is brought down, improvement in governance will increase. If insecurity is brought down, food will be available for everybody on their table. Thank you all and have a good afternoon. My name is Comrade Okanachi Jacob. I'm a co-convener and secretary. Hashtag Nigeria Unite Against Terror. Thank you.